Hello and welcome. We are students from Section 2 Operating System are going to discuss on round-robin and multi-layer queue CPU scheduling.
These are the members of Group 5, and Nadia Shafika as the group leader of the group. So let's get started. Round-robin scheduling is a popular algorithm used to manage the execution of processes or tasks. It provides fairness and ensures that each process gets a fair share of the CPU time. Processes are assigned a fixed time quantum during which they can execute. The scheduler circularly cycles through each process, allowing each process to run for its allocated time slice before moving on to the next process. Round-robin scheduling prevents a single process from monopolizing the CPU for an extended period. Multilevel queue scheduling divides processes into different priority levels or queues. Each queue can have scheduling algorithms, such as round-robin or another method. Processes are initially assigned to a specific queue based on their priority or characteristics. The highest priority queue usually has the shortest time quantum for quick responses. If a process finishes within its time slice, it moves to the next lower priority queue. Multilevel queue scheduling balances responsiveness for critical processes and efficient resource utilization.
Now, we'll go over how round-robin and multilevel queue scheduling are used in air traffic control environments. Round-robin scheduling algorithm will be implemented by allocating a proper landing time to all aircraft. As the round-robin uses a time quantum in its algorithm, each of the aircraft will be given a specific time quantum where it is the maximum time given for an aircraft to land safely. In calculating the optimum time quantum, factors such as flight type, weather, and overall system performance are taken into account. This round-robin scheduling approach helps manage air traffic efficiently, preventing any single flight from monopolizing the landing time, contributing to the smooth and effective management of the skies. Here are the examples of situations in the air traffic control that implement the round-robin scheduling.
In the world of air traffic control, round-robin scheduling plays an important role in allocating proper landing time to all aircraft. Let's look at how this scheduling algorithm enhances fairness and efficiency in air traffic management. To begin, a suitable time quantum for the round-robin scheduling algorithm is chosen. The time quantum is the maximum time given for an aircraft in any approaching pattern to land safely after being given the landing permission on a specific runway from the air traffic controller. In calculating the optimum time quantum, factors such as flight type, weather, and overall system performance are taken into account. Let's say we set the time quantum to 5 minutes. Now, the scheduling algorithm started with the first flight in the queue, Malaysia Airline Flight A. It was given permission to land from the air traffic controller and it took a complete 5 minutes for the landing and it was removed from the landing queue. Next, based on the queue, Korean Air B2 was given permission to land and it took about 4 minutes to complete the landing. It was not a problem for a flight to land below the quantum time, so Korean Air B2 also complete and removed from the landing queue. However, the next flight, Air Asia C3, was having a low visibility problem. The pilots had tried their best to find the runway, but to no avail. Its flight's time quantum expires before it is able to land on the runway, so it performs the go-around procedure and moves to the end of the landing queue. A go-around is a command that denies the aircraft to land by assigning it to a holding flying pattern and it will be placed at the last in the landing queue, allowing another flight, Singapore Airline D4, to land. Lastly, Air Asia Flight C3 got its turn back to land safely in the given quantum time. This is how round-robin scheduling is applied, as every plane will have fair amount of time quantum to execute their task, which is landing, and they will be bring to the back of the queue if it exceeds the time quantum. Round-robin scheduling approach helps manage air traffic efficiently, preventing any single flight from monopolizing the landing time, thus leading to disastrous air traffic congestion, contributing to the smooth and effective management of our skies.
Next, we'll go through how multilevel queues are implemented in air traffic control situations. For the multilevel queue implementation in air traffic control, It will be applied to efficiently handle the scheduling of aircraft and manage their arrival and departure in a controlled manner. The queue prioritization is crucial depending on the priority level of each aircraft condition, where the higher priority queues will have a shorter waiting time for arrival or departure and will proceed before the lower priority queue. In the air traffic control situation, priority of the aircraft can be adjusted dynamically based on their own factors. For example, if a critical situation arises or an emergency occurs, the priority of the aircraft can be elevated to ensure its safety. Preemption also plays a crucial part in air traffic management when handling emergencies or giving priority to important flights. Additionally, aging will be used to prevent the starvation of lower priority aircraft where the waiting times for processes in lower priority queues gradually lengthen over time.
In the bustling air traffic control tower, AirAsia Flight A1 and Malaysia Airline Flight B2 are approaching the runway 28 left for landing. Little do they know, a sequence of events is about to unfold, testing the skills and quick thinking of the air traffic controller to control the landing queue of all planes.
AirAsia Flight A1, you are cleared to land on runway 28 left. Maintain your approach.
San Francisco ATC, this is AirAsia A1.
200.
Roger, cleared to land on runway 28 left.
With the first plane, AirAsia Flight A1 safely on the ground, the air traffic controller was prepared to handle the landing of Malaysia Airline Flight B2. However, they soon found themselves bracing for an unexpected turn of events.
Attention all aircraft, we have an emergency. Singapore Airlines Flight C3, declare your emergency and state your situation.
San Francisco ATC, this is Singapore Airlines Flight 3C. We are 4.8 nautical miles away with 2,800 feet high. We are experiencing an engine failure and requesting to be given high priority to land immediately.
Singapore Airline 3C, acknowledged. You are granted high priority for landing. Proceed directly to runway 28 left for an immediate landing. Make a straight-in approach.
Malaysia Airline 3B, this is ATC. Due to the emergency situation of Singapore Airline 3C, you will enter a holding pattern for the time being. Do a go-around and maintain your current position and altitude of 1,500 feet.
The urgency of the situation causes a ripple effect in the landing sequence. The air traffic controller asked the Malaysia Airline 2B to abort their landing and do a go-around to give ways for Singapore Airline 3C for the landing.
San Francisco ATC, this is Malaysia Airline Flight 2B. We have been in holding pattern for 30 minutes, and we have upcoming emergency as we are running out of fuel. Requesting to be given high priority to land immediately.
As Malaysian Airline 2B patiently circles in the holding pattern, another aircraft, British Airways 4D, appears on the radar, ready for landing. ATC assigned the aircraft to land after the Malaysian Flight 2B. However,
Attention all aircraft, we have another incoming emergency. Korean Air 5E, state your emergency and request immediate landing.
San Francisco ATC, this is Korean Air 5E. We have a medical emergency on board and require an immediate landing.
Korean Air 5E, understood. Stand by for further instructions. We need to reassess the priorities and make swift decisions to ensure a safe landing sequence for all incoming aircrafts.
the tension rises as time becomes a critical factor for Malaysian Airline 2B that is running out of fuel, Korean Air 5E that have medical emergency on board, and British Airways 4E that are scheduled to land at the San Francisco airport. Air traffic controller came up with a sequence with two type of priority. High priority consist of Malaysian Airline 2B and Korean Air 5E, and followed by low priority landing from British Airways 4D.
With precise coordination and quick decision-making, the air traffic controller successfully manages the landing sequence, prioritizing the safety of all aircraft.
In conclusion, understanding the differences between round-robin implementation and multi-level queue implementation of CPU scheduling is essential for effectively managing system resources and optimizing task execution. Round-robin scheduling offers fairness and time-slicing capabilities, ensuring each process gets a fair share of CPU time. On the other hand, multi-level queue scheduling provides priority-based execution, allowing processes to be categorized into different queues based on their priority levels. This approach enables efficient handling of processes with varying priorities and ensures that critical tasks receive immediate attention. Both scheduling algorithms have their strengths and weaknesses, and their suitability depends on the specific requirements of the system. By considering factors such as fairness, response time, and priority management, system administrators can choose the most appropriate CPU scheduling approach to achieve optimal system performance.